he spoke so many things. It is not possible for us to sum up, but this much I can say that it created a war in my mind actually. And I was wondering how can he recall so many slokas? It seems that he has charmed up everything. Anyway, it was indeed very illuminating, and it was very easy for our students also. I think some of you may ask certain questions.
I am Kavita Roy, Assistant Professor in the Department of Philosophy, and my college is DrTPS Mahavidyalaya, Madhya. Thank you very much, sir, for your informative lecture. And this is a very important lecture for me, and I feel very proud to be part of your lecture. And I think this is an important part of my day also. I have learned many things, and I think all these informations are very, very important for all of us, not only for students, for everybody. So I have 3 different questions. I want to ask first, you have mentioned about the confusion of ethics. You said that ethics is itself confused. Because what is good for me may not be good for others, and what is good for others may not be good for me. I think it becomes subjective. There is no objectivity in ethics. So here my problem is to understand that is it our ability to understand ethics in the proper way, or is it our ability to apply ethics in the proper way? It may be that I am understanding ethics wrong. I am wrong to understand ethics. I am not able to understand ethics in the right way. Or like me, somebody else may not understand ethics in the right way. Is it that this is my query, so this is my first question.
Okay, sit down. May I know one thing? How many of you want to ask question? Can you raise your hand? Sir, would you like to answer one by one, or would you like to
One by one, otherwise I will forget.
Okay.
So she will forget her.
Okay.
And somebody else may have same question. Or maybe this answer will raise question to somebody else.
Okay.
Correct? Kavita, correct? No?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Sir is a old title. Britishers has given. Sir Isaac Newton, Sir C.V. Raman, and DrTPS. I think it's India has to stop calling people sir, sir, madam. The other day, I had a discussion with an American lady and somebody called her madam. Don't! I am not madam. They don't like. Only we are still following the stupid British DrTPS. Should I call you madam?
No, sir.
No, sir. We don't improve. So whether it is right or wrong, now tell me. I gave you some message.
Sir, I am confused.
Yes, sir, I am confused. You understood, no? So what is ethics?
So I may be right in front of other place, but in front of you, I don't know.
Now, what I am saying is, what we follow, immediately changing doesn't happen. So it becomes a big problem. Correct? You tell me one conflict which you keep on reading Mahabharata, one thing which you cannot absorb. There is something wrong. You tell me what is something wrong. I can show you many. Tell me, you will see a lot of non-ethical, illogical, stupid, which should not have happened in Mahabharata. You tell me how many happened. You will see hundreds and thousands. What are they? That is what people say. What is in Mahabharata can be seen in everybody's life. What is happening in our life is already there in Mahabharata, which you cannot see something else which is not written. Correct? So you will see a lot of conflict, contradicting things. Do you think Mahabharata has given a solution by Dr. Krishnan, PhD in philosophy? This is what is to be followed. He said no. What did he say? Whatever you think is right, you do it. But ultimately, the message of Bhagavad Gita is what? What Kavita should follow is what gives you happiness, which will not make you to tell next moment, oh, I should not have done it. You understood? That is ethic for you. That's called the dharma. in one word it could be easily what can be understood or which can be slightly complicated in philosophy terms so that people don't ask second question to that is ethics is dharma. So where are dharma? So dharma, my dharma. Philosophy department dharma. During somebody's headship there is a dharma. Another head comes, the dharma will change. You understood? And there is a societal dharma. Siliguri has a dharma. The Bengal has a dharma. India as a whole has a dharma. So we have I belong to a caste. My caste has a dharma, which I am supposed to do. Assume that I happen to be the son of a butcher. Cutting animals was my job. What is my dharma? Helping my father. Should I ask as a small boy? No. Only very rarely people will see Hiranya story, you know, right? Therefore, he took another path and made his dharma. So you have to be so courageous to oppose your dharma sometime to come out of it. If you are not able to come out of it, what you should do? Accept it so that you are happy. So what is the ultimate message? Be happy. Ashochyaranya shochastam. Where is Bhagavad Gita starting? Don't mistake, it starts from the Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, first sloka. Bhagavad Gita doesn't start. Gita is Bhagavan's Gita. Bhagavan is giving message, right? Do you think chapter 1 sloka is Bhagavad Gita? No. It starts with the second chapter, 11th or 7th. Check. The sloka is Ashochyaranya shochastam. Ashocya. What does it mean? Ashocya. Shocha means dukkha. Ashocya. Don't be sad. Kavita, don't be sad. You do whatever you want. But then after some time also you should not become sad. You understood? And what is the last sloka? 18th chapter, 66th sloka. Ma shucha. Don't be sad. So in between two, do you know how PhD thesis is written? Objective and scope and conclusion. I know this thesis has got an objective and scope. This is what I am aiming to. So Krishna said, I am aiming to make people happy. And the last one is happiness. What is the shastra which Krishna used for this? Sudarshanam. What is darshanam? What is darshana shastra? All of you raise your hand. Keep it on your head. Oh Bhagavan, what a life is this. Darshana shastra means philosophy. Sudarshanam is what? The best philosophy. Who has got Sudarshanam, best philosophy in his hand? Krishna. What is Vishnu? Krishna's weapon is what? Sudarshanam. So what is your weapon? Philosophy. So what you do doesn't matter, but you can philosophize it and then talk to somebody, confuse him totally so that he forgets about the question, then you are a philosopher. You should confuse so much and they don't understand. That is philosophy. So there is nothing right or wrong, nothing good or bad. It depends on where, when, why, how, what, in front of whom you have.
So my question is, as you told that we should not believe in the historical event. Even you example in through your context that you should not believe in that historical event, but we must learn it. My question is, in Indian philosophy or in Indian culture, Indian aspect, there are two sides of application: Chorcha and Chorja. And they two are internally related to each other. And Chorja is a aspect of learning, and Chorja is a applications of that study. And this Chorja cannot be happen without belief. So my question: how we can utilize the message given that historical event without belief, which is an inseparable part of Chorja. So my question is, how we can utilize that message in our daily life.
What is called criticism in your language?
Criticism means samalachana.
So what does it? Is it a constructive one or destructive?
Destructive.
Actually, it is called nirupana. What is rupam? Rupa means shape. So if something is shapeless, what is my job? Perfect. So every debate, every discussion is to perfect, smoothen. We are all stones which are part of a big stone. So when we go into a cut piece, we will have sharp edges. So when too many sharp edged stones, will you see that in the river side? It is so smooth. You know how it became so smooth? By hitting it with many stones, rolling it many times over and over time. It becomes so smooth, right? So what is our life experience? Roll it with the different people and get into the best shape. That is life. I believe LIFE, life, is live in full enjoyment. How do you enjoy? You can enjoy what is human being human. What is social being social. Very simple definition. So we have to be human and we want to be social. And why are you studying? What is the difference between human being and animal?
So the basic difference, human beings are intellectual person.
No, you can see much more intelligent. Your dog understands much better than all of us. You can smell and identify things. The bees have got more intelligence than human being. Given a flower, you have to smell, you don't understand whether it is original. Original or not. Then you have to burn it and see. But no bees will come and near to that. It knows whether it is duplicate or original, whether they smell or not. It will not come and check. What a great intelligence. Intelligence wise, there are many animals better than us. What makes us different? At least that you must learn from. What makes us different? Rationality. This is what I am saying. Viveka, Vivechana, Buddhi. I can identify things.
Sir, we can ask question who I am, why I am suffering.
That question is knowledge.
Knowledge.
So there is only one animal who will sit like this and give lecture. There are only animals like this who will sit and listen. That's human being. Have you seen any dog sitting and giving lectures to dogs? So asking questions, curious to know. The curiosity is the biggest problem. Right? So we are all getting polished by knowing. So what is life? Learn in full enjoyment. Ahara nidra bhaya maithunani samani chaitani nam pashuna jnanam naranam adigo vishesho anebihi lapashvi samana. Knowledge. So creating knowledge is the purpose of the whole activity what we do. Learning. Learning is the essence of every activity what we do.
Dipandita, you want to ask me a question?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful lecture. I am Dipandita Datta. I am a student of philosophy, PhD. Sir, my question is, you were talking about that an individual, if an individual can become a good human being, then it will create a good society. So, individual to become a good individual, we necessarily need to practice some spiritual things, spiritual practices we should inculcate in our day-to-day life. But in our education system, this is awfully lacking. So this is creating the outer conflict, the all kind of social, political, economic, any kind of discrimination, any kind of conflict. So, I mean, why this has not been given that much seriousness in our education system as well as in our society? Only to the outer development, economic development, and the main root cause of all the conflict is our inner afflictions, inner pollution, inner problems. So, why this has not been that much given attention? That's what I'm asking.
Once upon a time, India was very strong in what she has concerned. That's why the whole world used to come here and learn. India's Vidya has got two parts, Savidya and Avidya. I don't have to tell philosophy people. Savidya and Avidya. One is materialistic. Sharira madhyam khalu dharma sadhana. I have to come here to give a lecture, right? Whatever value system, the flight cannot be, the ticket fellow will not give me a ticket when I say I am a philosopher, I want going for a lecture, give me a free ticket, will they give? Wherever avidya is required, you need avidya. Materialistic things are required, you need money. Comfort is required, you need. So it's not spiritual alone. I have five-fold development. All DrTPS programs are five-fold development: physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual. We have confused people, saying that you are spiritually high, then don't dress up well. I cannot be a management professor and being spiritual. No, that's not possible. I cannot do business and being spiritual. That's not possible. But you look at tradition of India, we have Rajaguru. Different categories of gurus were there. Brahma Guru, Deva Guru, Rishi. Names are used many. Deva Rishi, Brahma Rishi, Raja Rishi. What is Raja Rishi?
Yeah,
He is practical man, politics.
Yes.
But he was also spirituality.
Coaching of the best example for
Yeah.
personality.
So what is to be done? You need to be shariram. Body has to be taken care of first. Emotion, next one. Then intelligence. Then social. Then spiritual. So what is required? Five-fold development. All education systems should have physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual development. If it is not there, you are being spiritual. There are a lot of people. They think themselves are spiritual. You can go to temple and then say, oh, the priest is chanting love. Oh, he is spiritual. No. Spiritual can be only with intellect. Every mantra he chants, he must be able to understand the meaning. So go to the nearest temple. He may be chanting mantra. Ekasme, 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 trishtame, trishtame, panchajame, panchajame, saptajame, saptajame, navajame, navajame, ekasme, ekasme, toyos. Ask him, what does it mean? If he doesn't know, tell him. Don't. What does it mean? Ekasme, ekasme, trishtame, ekasme, trishtame, panchajame, saptajame. Arithmetic progression. Some God doesn't like arithmetic progression. Geometric progression. Ekam cha, dasham cha, shatam cha, shatam cha, sahasram cha, ayudam cha, niyudam cha, kayudam cha. Geometric progression. What he speaks is mathematics, but he doesn't understand mathematics. Do you think our ritualistic way of things were intellectually null and nothing there? It had full of mathematics, physics, chemistry. So spirituality was not something different. Today, many people say, I am a meditation master from Himalayas. Swami Rama's tradition. You look at DrTPS yoga. I keep saying, not a monkey's job. Yoga is not crossing your seat and then saying, oh, I am a yogi. What a yogi? Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. You will reach samadhi only when yama, niyama, asana. Suppose you want to do asana, you must have physics, na? Correct? Pranayama. How to take breath also you should know. Is it not physical? No, it's not physical. It is emotional. Because Ramana what she said, when your mind, breath is controlled, prana yamena yuktena sarva roga samara. If you can control your prana, all disease will go. Which disease? Not physical, emotional. Whom do you pray when you do yoga? Who is the Rishi for yoga? Yeah. Anybody who knows the first chanting, praying Patanjali? Yogena Chittasya. So what does it mean? Yogena Chittasya.
Chitta-vritti nirodha.
Yeah, Chitta-vritti nirodha. So Patanjali was what? A psychologist. Number one. Is it over? No. Next one is Padena Vacha. He is a great communicator. Communication is being social. So it is not emotionally I am good and keep quiet. No. I have to be a social being involving into activities. Then only. So who is the person for all that? Same Patanjali. Then Malam Sharirasya ka Vaidya. In my body part getting clean. So body, emotion, intellect, right? Then all the social activities. That can be religious, that can be political, that can be economic. Any activity is a social activity. All the together should be within us. Fivefold development.
So the fivefold development is required for
Yeah,
the
that is education.
That's
The purpose of education. But don't compare it to today's academics. Today I got one of my junior who was, when I was director, he was a reader. Now he is a principal of a college. He has sent me a statistics. I think 46% of the seats in science classrooms in India is vacant. People are not even joining. That's a UGC report. I called all the colleges I was discussing while coming. All the colleges are soft jails. Suppose there are no colleges, 10th class, who is really interested only should study. What will happen to India? 25% of the population will be on the road tomorrow without admissions in colleges and universities. What will happen? India will go to dogs. Calamities will be there. Riots will be there, right? So what is college doing now? Don't compare education in the universities and colleges as a man development. Great man from your land. Swami Vivekananda said, what is education? Man making is education. Repeat. Man making is education. What is man? You are the people who have to take this message to the whole world. I come from a different land. You come from the same land where Vivekananda speaks this. Let us take it as a message and talk to the whole world. Man making is education. But we are giving certificates is education. That's a pathetic situation now. So I agree with you. Concern is there. But I am worried about, I have concern. We have concern. The next generation, at least my job is to pass the concern. Solutions will not come. If passing concern, probably that will go into the next generation. Somebody will dig up some solutions. That's what I am expecting. Wonderful.
Thank you, sir, for your lecture, and I am very happy with the multiple information, and there is very influential thinking and the lecture.
No, you come directly to the question. Come directly to the question.
My question is, how do we able to overcome wire between me and myself? Because all the wires start from the inner self and myself, and it is the simplest place where the wire starts and then the wire become more and more violent in the outside.
Ramana Maharshi, DrTPS. Type in and then see my YouTube in which I am explaining Ramana Maharshi's scriptures. You know Ramana Maharshi, right? Arunachal. Tamil Nadu, Arunachal. Ramana was, after Shankara, if India produced some spiritual stalwart, that is Ramana Maharshi. Right? Ramana Maharshi has answered this question beautifully. Ask who am I? And I taught in American. And there are beautiful people who learned this sloka, and then we had a satsang in which they were singing and I am explaining. So send a WhatsApp to me, I will send you the link. Otherwise, Ramana, Ramana. Beautiful name. The reverse will become Marana. Either Ramana should come or Marana should come. Correct? Like Devi said, the Shiva doesn't become Shiva and it becomes Shava if Valli is not there. That Valli is called Devi. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitam Nache Devam Devo Nakhal Kushara Spatidamami. Saundarya. Right? So Saundarya you can see in everything around, the conflict will not be there. I will not be there. I am not speaking. My Atma is speaking. The minus should go. The mind should become minus. I should go. Come here, run and come.
Namaste, Dr. Shashi Kumar. Sir, so nice to see you in person. Like I listened about you a lot from our HOD ma'am. And so my question is that, can we base politics on spirituality? Because according to, if we
there are two types of people in India. One is spiritually political, politically spiritual. Two examples will be Aravindo one and another one is Mahatma Gandhi. Good enough. Aravindo was a person who left politics and became spiritual. And Mahatma Gandhi was one who was spiritually high and then was in politics for a while.
but sir, my confusion is regarding this, that when we go to spirituality, I think that it indicates to Paramarthika Satta, but when we come to politics and war, these are two in case of Vyavaharika Satta. So how these two...
That is why best example we said Kautiliya. That's why I said Rajarshi, don't follow Brahmarshi, Devarshi. They are not in this world. Right? Everybody has a purpose. Do you think I cannot be a spiritual man when I am so careful about my dressing? Right? Do you think a military captain cannot be a spiritual man? Not correct. His job is different. There is a professional dharma, right, and a human dharma. That is why we have got. You have finished your bachelor's, right?
Yes.
What is bachelor? Yeah, B. B stands for bachelor. Stands for what?
Arts.
Bachelor stands for what? I am not asking the rest. I am a bachelor of science. I am a bachelor of law. Bachelor stands for what? Brahmachari. What is Brahmachari? My Brahma, my creativity is running inside which subject?
Philosophy.
Yeah. My subject of philosophy, 3 years, my Brahma was going. All the time I was thinking about it. Does it mean that you did not eat? Does it mean that you did not take care of your body? So, that means your creativity was inside that. You understood what I'm saying? So, I am a Brahmachari in movie means I keep on thinking when I get a Brahmacharibhya. Brahmacharibhya. 3 types of knowledge. Acharya Padamadate. From an Acharya you get 1 form. Padam Shishya Swamedhaya. Padam sa Brahmacharibhya. Nitya community. So 2 people join, what you discuss? If spirituality you are discussing, you are a spiritual person. You understood the definition? If I am meeting, what's your name?
Kiara.
Kaya. It's very difficult. Kaya. So Kaya and me, when we meet, if I am discussing spirituality with you, you are a spiritual person, I am a spiritual person. That's it. If I am discussing with you politics, you are a political person, I am a political person. So what happens to me when I meet? You can see, go to my website, you can see me. I am no. Prime Minister is holding my hand, not I am holding his hand. What do you discuss with the Prime Minister for 20 minutes? I should have a subject. When I meet Amitabh Bachchan, I will speak to him for half an hour on a movie. When I meet a political person, you are present a governor. Who's that? Ananda Bose. Ananda Bose and me were sitting like this in many programs. We are close friends. When I was in Delhi, he was secretary there. Your present governor is a person with whom I worked for probably 2007-9. We were together for many programs. Right? So when we are with him, what we discuss is a different subject. When I am with a mathematics professor, what do I discuss? Mathematics. So don't you think we can have a plate with a lot of subjects around? India is varieties. Correct? Does it mean I eat only with one subject? No, I eat with everything. So life is a mix of everything, but I have a focus on something. That focus is Brahmacharya. Then, when 3 years you run like that, you can become master. That's why you have a master's. Then after that, what you can do? Your whole thing you can start loving it. That's your PhD. Got it? That's a path to be followed. You have to be a Brahmachari for 3 years. That is why in most of the ashrams also they will tell you study these 3 years Brahmacharya. Then you have little higher where you discuss with the people. That's why we say Vidyalaya. Then what is college called in Bangla? And then university is called? What is it? You have to add, explore bigger and bigger. Starts with something. So when you come here, it is not that Vidya. Bigger relationship with the people. Good.
Okay. Thank you. So we are really thankful to you, Dr. Kumar. And our students right from morning, they are eagerly waiting to listen to you. I think they are also engaged now. And we are waiting for your tomorrow's lecture. And they may have certain issues that they want to discuss. I hope they will be continuing after this lecture. Okay, thank you.